Hello, I'm NyassaV, and I'm back with another video. This is actually, I think, the first Minecraft video that I'm going to be putting on the channel, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a lot of, Minecraft stuff, but this is something that I put together that I just kind of wanted to show people, or put out there, because I'm really happy with it, especially because I built it all in survival mode. And there is one feature here that you will see that I can definitely confirm was a real pain in the ass to put together, which is the villagers in the castle. Because I was doing it purely in survival mode, there was a lot of villager wrangling, so that was kind of a pain in the ass, but overall I think it turned out well. Now I am on a server called the Crafty Code server. It's a private server with me and a couple other friends in the ESO fam type area. This is the actual town that we got a nice little monorail. Inklings is even on the server. If you follow ESO people on Twitch, you may know who he is. So overall, it's a fun little server, and I kind of had a boat somewhere out that way that I lived on, but I accidentally halfway burned down, and then I lived in that little shack over there. But I actually wanted a nice place to live, so I constructed a castle. I've always really enjoyed castles in Minecraft. I don't know why, but I've always felt like Minecraft was a very medieval game. The moat is mostly in the front. We've got some progress back here. We're getting there. I've used TNT to blast some of that, but for the most part, it's something that's been kind of done slowly over time. The first layer of water was done completely by hand, and then the server admin came over and MC edited the rest of the water in here so that it wasn't weird. We also got some pufferfish in here as a bit of a natural defense, as any good moat would have, and you can fish in the moat, which is really nice. The bridge is also something I'm very proud with. I'm very happy with how the supports look. It could be made better, I'm sure, and I have thought of a couple ways to make it look even nicer, but overall I'm pretty happy with how the bridge looks at the moment. So this is kind of the main entryway into our castle over here. I have this smaller wall for all the villagers and everyone else here, and here's our main entrance with some nice rose bushes. Now you'll notice there's this line of gravel here, and that is because I have built a very crude portcullis. I've seen a lot of designs on YouTube in which you can do a portcullis, with fence gates and actually have it go up and down, but that would require you to build a lot more on the upside. So rather than just do anything super crazy and add to what I've already built, I decided to dig underground and build a gravity door. So here we have the portcullis controls one flip to go up because I'm not a redstone expert. And here we go, we've got some nice gravel as a door. I tried using cement sand type stuff, but I didn't like how it looked, so I just went with gravel, and I think that kind of matches better with the cobblestone flooring. And then because I'm not a redstone expert, and I probably messed up somewhere, and I'm not entirely sure, it's 3 flips for it to go fully down. Although sometimes if you move the lever too fast, it won't work. We have a ladder up to the top. Nice little view. We have the battlements over here. And then I have a little interesting top gate type area where you can overlook people coming into the castle. This chest was originally full of redstone materials, but I have since moved that into the blacksmith. We can kind of just go along the perimeter of the wall here, and you can see that it is a fully functional castle. I have a secondary armory over here for anyone who needs weaponry and arrows, especially if they are, because we get a lot of raids because this is technically a village in the eyes of the game. Anyone who needs to fight can pick up some arrows there. This is more moat progress. And of course, every tower has a ladder on it, so it can go up. Lighting this area was a bit of an ordeal. You had to kind of test to make sure that zombies wouldn't pop out, but also we didn't want to make any torches look out of place. While I built the castle primarily myself, my girlfriend helped decorate a lot of it, and a couple of people on the server also helped contribute materials, though all the building was done by myself. Here I have a public armory. So because there are just a couple of other people on the server, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna put a bunch of spare shit in here and people can have it. Because we do have a skeleton farm, Inklings made it. We have a lot of bows and other types of stuff like that. So I I trapped 2 villagers in here. One with this, because I thought this would be fitting of an armory, and also with a Fletcher's table. And we have a Master Fletcher where we can get crossbows and other archery type stuff. And then we have this weapon master, weaponsmith type person. You know, we can trade for various materials. I find an axe with fortune is kind of interesting. I feel like that would be more befitting of a toolsmith, but a sword of sharpness is also a very welcome thing to see here. So yeah, this is the public armory. This bell will often go off during raids. There are a few other bells that I have here just for mostly decoration and for fun, because it can be fun to hit. But that's the one that primarily goes off most of the time. So now we're gonna take a quick look at the blacksmith. These 2 anvils down here are on their last leg, which is why I have 2 clean anvils on top, because when these break, these will just fall right down and I don't have to worry about these little villagers getting out. So I store a lot of ore and other stuff here, redstone materials. I have this gate here because villagers cannot open this gate, nor can they open iron doors. So it's a completely functional area. You know, we got our toolsmith and a master armorer. It's actually some pretty good shit here. A couple furnaces in case you ever need to furnace something. There's even a furnace hidden in this lava pit, which I thought added to the aesthetic of a blacksmith even more. So yeah, we got a chest here with other crap in it. Always got to make sure to do that door. It's a bit of an airlock style. Here's the well. I might put something over here, but I'm actually kind of okay with it being an open area right now. So it's gonna stay the way it is. The well is also something I'm pretty happy with. It's not too flashy, but it doesn't look bad either. And this is something that my girlfriend and I put together. Mostly my girlfriend. My input was mostly on just like oversaturation of colors. I didn't want too many colors in one spot, so I'm like, oh hey, how about move this? We got some mossy cobblestone, just kind of give it that garden aesthetic. Because I call my girlfriend Chloe, it's called Chloe's Garden. Please stay on the path, as many, municipal gardens may say. And I thought the lanterns were a nice addition rather than just putting torches there, because it's like being welcomed in, a little flower shrine type thing. So here we have the keep. The keep is not necessarily the most beautiful thing, but it fits with the castle aesthetic. And overall it works pretty well. We've also got a little cat over here. This is my cat. My girlfriend has a couple cats just laying around here. And we're pretty sure there's actually a bunch of cats that just breed around here. So we have a lot of cats for some reason. As befitting of a castle, we have some armor stands with some armor. I went with gold because I had a lot of gold. Also, it looked kind of nice in my girlfriend's texture pack. And then I decided to do some diamond too, to just show off some wealth. But at the same time, diamonds are expensive, so I didn't make any pants, and honestly, I think that looks okay. Here we have the library and enchanting room. We have a lot of the extra bookshelves for aesthetics, but overall it's a functional enchanting room. Got an ender chest with some of my personal effects in them. Take a couple arrows out myself. This is where I keep my more valuable stuff that I don't want other people rummaging through, because most of the chests that I have in the castle are kind of free for the raiding if you need them. Here we also have a master librarian where we can get name tags from, as well as certain enchanted books, which are pretty good. And then I have an access of, other enchanted items that I do not want, that the public on the server is welcome to take. Over here, I'm going to make a mess hall of some kind. I'm still deciding on the type of furniture that I might want in here, but overall it's pretty functional. We got a cleric over here. I did not mean to put that torch there. And we got a butcher who I have never actually ever traded with, but all things considered, this is where I store a majority of my food. It's kind of a free-for-all. If anyone needs food, they come here, they can grab some food. Got a lot of stuff, and I make more for both myself and other people. Let's go upstairs for now. So we got a nice little spiral staircase. I know it's a little claustrophobic, and I'm sorry about that, but for the design of this place, it worked pretty well, and it doesn't look too shabby. So this room is kind of open for the taking if anyone wants it on the server. But until then, we have these like little chairs out here, and then this podium for nothing. It's just a little bit of decoration in this empty room. Dreamslaver, one of the people on the server, this is their room. They don't do a whole lot in here, but whenever they're at the castle, this is where they stay. We got 2 furnaces up here just for use if we need it. We got both a functional fireplace and incinerator for trash. I have this armor stand here for my personal armor if I ever take it off for whatever reason, but I seldom do that. This is also my girlfriend's cat. She has a lot of cats. My girlfriend's favorite color is green, so you know, green bed for both of us. This is where I tend to keep more of my personal effects, and this is mostly my girlfriend's chests, but I do some stuff in here too. We do have a disc in here. This is my favorite disc. I'm gonna put that in my chest actually. So yeah, nice room. Now we go up to the top, and this is kind of the top area. This is where I would, you know, play music. I have it on the top because it reaches the entire castle. I played it a lot when I was working on the redstone door. So yeah, this is really just kind of an observation area. It serves no function aside from this bell if you wanted to come up here and ring it. Otherwise, it just looks nice, and it's a nice observation area. Now, if we go down to the dungeon, yes, I have a dungeon, and I have a couple testificates and villagers in here. This is probably what makes this place count as a village. If I didn't have this area down here, it may not actually count as a village, but it does. You know, we got their little water source and toilet over there. Everyone has a bed and a water source because I like to keep things relatively humane. We go down one more level, and you know, we have this nice area. I find it very weird that this librarian, like this villager, suddenly became a librarian overnight, and this person also became a cleric, even though the closest cleric material is actually over here, even though this person is not anything. So yeah, it's a little weird. These chests over here contain mostly just shit, because I had to dig this whole entire place out underground. I put a lot of the access material in here, dirt, cobblestone, even some coal. I think someone else put that in there. And then this area down here leads to my mine shaft, as well as the nether subway. So because one of the people in the server, Sound Illustrations, wanted to make a subway to the jungle, we started digging a subway. It started here at the castle and is currently about 2,000 blocks down that way. The plan was originally to make the subway in the overworld, but after a while I remembered that... My god. I remembered that traveling in the nether is quicker, so we have a 1,000 block subway in the nether that transfers us around 5,000 blocks. It's almost 1,000 blocks. That transfers us 5,000 blocks in the overworld to our destination. So yeah, that's what this portal is doing here. It's a very intricate thing. It took us a while to figure out. Going up these stairs here, I'm very happy with how those stairs look. We can go back up into the castle. And I do, however, really like this. I don't know why, but I just really like the chainmail armor. These 2 orchids were put here by my girlfriend. Basically all the flowers were done by my girlfriend. I actually just built the farm today. I just finished this area up today, but you know, all the walls here, you can go through all of them. And then every tower is also accessible like this. Looks pretty nice. On the top over there, we got a campfire, a bit of a smoke signal that you can see from a distance, but frankly, the castle is so damn big, you're likely to see the castle before you see the smoke signal. So if we come down here, we have the farm area. You know, this is the peasant housing, so to speak. There's actually no one in here for some reason, but there are people in these rooms, which I find is a little weird. My girlfriend put these rose bushes down here. I thought they were a very nice touch. So yeah, this was mostly made for the villagers, though I did tell people on the server that if they wanted to take over those houses, they could, but no one really wanted to, which makes sense. I mean, everyone has their beautiful looking house. This is where I put a majority of the byproducts of plants, seeds, etc. And then these 3 compost bins are for the 3 farm villagers, or farmer villagers. I got some carrots growing here, potatoes, and some wheat over here, as well as some melons. I really like melons. Lumber and looms. You know, this is where I store a majority of my wood. This person is a shepherd because there is a loom right over here. This person is a leather worker, though they are asleep because there is a cauldron right here, which makes them a leather worker. So yeah, lumber and looms, because there's a loom, and this is where I store most of my lumber. Down here is like a secret entrance type thing. I have a nether wart farm, though we have a bigger one on the server, but this is the one thing that I really want to show people is this little... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. This little secret entrance type thing. So because the moat is still a bit of a work in progress, it's not as great as it could be, but I had to actually landscape this entire area myself, especially the area around here. I had to dig a lot of that out, and I had to elevate the area where the castle was being built and flatten it. So not only was there flattening, but there was a lot of landscaping in the area around it to look not necessarily completely natural, but to make it, in order to make it look good. So that was a little bit of a challenge, but I think it paid off pretty well. So yeah, all things considered, went pretty well. Now we got a couple creepers coming up on us, so let's just hop back in here. I have a staircase here, but it doesn't always work. I've actually had a couple cats get trapped down there before. So yeah, here we go. We got our back alleyway, you know, secret entrance type thing. And then here we have, I used to have a sign here that said Mason's Masonry, because the joke is that this guy's name is Mason, and he is also our stonemason because he has this station here, the stonecutter. And this is where I keep a majority of my like stone material, even glowstone. You know, I have a lot of my stone stuff here, so even obsidian, some mossy cobblestone. So anyone like that, any materials like that goes here. So not only is this a functional aesthetic look, but it's also you know, it's also very nice and utilitarian because of the villagers that make it better. So here we have a barn. I would like to make the door there better, but it's a work in progress. This is also part of where the moat is going to be made. Again, work in progress. So that's a very interesting name, or not name, sound. So this barn over here is going to be, you know, housing for horses. Right now I have a singular skeleton horse that I managed to nab. This is a horse that we bred because we have a larger stable over there in the main hub. I named him after my childhood imaginary friend horse. His name is Lemonade. See if you can see it. There it is, Lemonade. So yeah, I've taken him on many adventures, and these stables are going to be for other animals. Like my girlfriend really loves cows for some reason, so we're probably going to try and get some cows in here, as well as some sheep and maybe pigs. We also have a chicken farm in the hub, so I'm not really concerned with putting a chicken farm in here. Yeah, this is the kind of upstairs area of the barn. Nothing too special, but it is where I store a lot of saddles, you know, any name tags, some spare coal and other materials as well as some horse armor that I've picked up, and this random totem of undying. I didn't put that there. So yeah, that's this area. Looks really nice. My girlfriend was kind of mad at me though, because I told her she could do this, but then at the same time I did a lot of it. And she was looking forward to having more creative freedom, so I kind of fucked up there. But either way, we were both pretty happy with how it turned out. All things considered, it looks rather nice. So yeah, that is the castle thus far. I do have 2 wither skulls in and around somewhere, and after we are able to kill the wither, you know, with a 3rd wither skull, then I would like to put a beacon on top of the castle up there where the campfire is, because right now campfires don't really provide you with any bonuses, and since, for instance, we do get attacked a lot by raiders, I feel like it would be great to have the bonuses of a beacon, as well as the fact that it would just look pretty cool, you know, all things considered. There is a back entrance here that I will kind of show off really quickly. It's nothing special, but like this wall area back here is I don't know. For some reason think of it as very like utilitarian, you know, some of the bookshelves. So if someone on guard duty was bored, they could totally select a book to read, or, you know, for better or for worse. But at the same time, I was also having a hard time kind of making the library as well as this, because they share walls. You can kind of see here. And here's the back entrance. It's very you know, it's not special whatsoever. I just wanted to make it look okay, and I think it does look okay, as well as the fact is that I want it to be functional, because I have very frequently gone adventuring in that direction to come back on this side. And while I do love kind of going around through the castle front door, sometimes it's just more functional to come in back through here. And then we have a pressure plate too, because for some reason someone left this door open and there are a lot of zombies getting in. And because I do have villagers in here, not only are raiders a problem, but zombies can be a real nuisance as well, because zombies hurt villagers. However, most of the villagers, except for this guy over here, if a zombie stood here, they could totally hurt this guy. But most of the villagers are behind enough blocks that a zombie cannot reach them, which is weird, but apparently that's how it works. So yeah, that's the castle. If you've got any questions about anything, let me know. I'm not really a Minecraft expert, but I used to love this game as a kid, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. You know, in my older years, I have not lost my creative edge. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you all later.